everybody.
We're back.
Are we?
We are. Look at that. 2 weeks in a row. We're on point again,
we
guys.
are on fire.
You can tell we are on point again. I was actually just telling Bradley about my friend is trying to sell her trailer and has somebody, I guess, trying to sell it for her. So they've gone in and did like a whole walkthrough of the trailer and everything. And, well, they've put all of their cushions in the wrong spots. Because that's their trailer.
Okay.
That's all the extra cushions they have because they didn't put the couches back properly. It was very interesting. I'm sure Angela will be on tonight to maybe talk to us a little bit more about it. So I hope everybody had a great week. Our week was okay. Lots of grass cutting. And I feel like that's going to be our life for the next month and a half until it gets super hot out. And then it won't be so hot anymore. You got anything to say, sir? He's not the greatest at multitasking. He tries to say he is. He really isn't.
So, no, I have a lot to say. Busy week at the trailer. Actually got all the grass cut.
All of it.
All of it.
Our swamp, our riverfront has dried up.
Dried up, and I was able to do everything. So happy about that. Also, thoughts go out to, I cannot remember their last name. Gary. Gary's his first name. I can't remember their last name.
It's
Bradshaw. Whatever. Brad.
Something like that. I can't remember.
Had a medical emergency on
the other day. All the days are starting to look alike.
And has been in RVH for a couple days, so
yeah.
Let's send some prayers out for him, even though we don't all pray, but let's just hope things get better there. Went down and cut their lawn. Who else's lawn did I care?
I don't know, man.
I cut a lot of lawns.
I actually told them stop cutting people's lawns if they ain't paying.
Got somebody to look at our AC. Somebody from inside the park.
Yeah.
I've got to look at, see if I can get a part. Because they don't think the AC's gone. They just think there's a part gone.
Yeah.
Got somebody to look at the furnace, and that will be coming out of my trailer this week.
Well, that's fine, though, because it's getting warmer out anyway, so.
Yeah. Looking forward to possibly getting all that fixed. If not, possibly buying two new trailers. 2 new ACs. Well, not new, used. I found them.
You found a used AC?
Yeah, they're like $1,300, but.
Do they work?
They're refurbished by.
Can we sell our AC?
They're refurbished by Coleman itself.
Oh, interesting.
So, here we go.
Yeah.
Let's hope.
Do we have to buy 2?
Well, I would buy 2 because then I put one in our room and one in.
I was just gonna suggest buying one and putting it in the bedroom. That's where you need it. Really, truly.
I like it cold throughout the whole trailer. I like an igloo.
Yeah, I know, and I don't. So there's that.
Yeah, and then we made the decision that red and pink are staying till July 1st.
Exactly. I did put up something yesterday about the red. We have told you guys about the pink. There will be multiple reminders throughout the month. We are getting back into posting every day on socials as much as possible. We may miss a day here and there, but we are going to try our best to stay up to date on that stuff. So you'll get lots of reminders. But as of July 1st, the pink hoodie will go away. And then the red hoodies, any red type of hoodie will go away. And the red t-shirts, the red v-necks, and the red tank tops.
Possibly.
Or do we keep the tanks for the summer?
We don't know yet.
We
That's
may keep the tanks for the summer, but everything else will be gonzo.
Gonzo.
If you want a red hoodie, t-shirt, pink hoodie, you got a month to get it. Less than a month now, but you got a month to get it. And yeah, what else was I gonna say?
Talked to our tax guy today.
Yes, we did.
That was interesting.
Very interesting. We found out things that we didn't know. We got new information. We had questions answered, so that was good. Our 2023 taxes should be done sometime next week, which is super exciting because we're already kind of sort of late. We are, but we aren't. As self-employed, we do have a little bit extra time, but it's still better to have your taxes done earlier than later in the year.
Yeah. I had a ton of questions for him.
Mm-hmm.
So here we go.
Yeah, that'll be interesting.
So went and looked at a trailer this week. Well, to help a camper out fix their tip out. If you guys know anybody that can fix tip outs, reach out to us. The guy that I had for one of our friends to fix her tip out is super, super busy. He just got a bunch of contracts come in and can't do it. So if you know anybody that can possibly fix tip outs, like the inside, the outside, possibly, let us know and we'll try to.
Guys, we just want to confirm our comment section's working. So if you could just pop in the chat and say hello so we know who's here. Oh, hello, Brandy. As I say it, she appears. Hello, Brandy. How are you tonight? How was your weekend? We just wanted to make sure it was working, and if like we didn't know if there was something bothering it. Or
hello, Doug White from
around.
Newfoundland.
Hello,
I've
Samantha.
seen a couple trailers up for sale in Newfoundland now. They're all on my Facebook, but I saw them up for.
Oh no, Brandy, did you try what I told you? I hope that's kind of helping soothe it. She's got toothache, so I gave her the same.
Get Kevin to knock it out.
No, we can't do that. But I gave her the good old trick that I got. Where you take an extra strength Advil and an extra strength Tylenol, and I don't know, but the two counteract each other, or they fight together, and they make it a little bit better. Did you see the one posted for our site? No. Is it on the normal Facebook group?
For what site? What are we talking about here?
There's a trailer for sale.
Oh, is that the fifth wheel? But yeah, there's a bunch of trailers in Newfoundland that are on my friends group for sale. So if you guys are going to Newfoundland, moving to Newfoundland, or anything like that, who wants $75,000 for their trailer?
2023. Is this on the actual website?
Oh, that is it got
The
posted
show
today.
one.
It's the show one, yeah.
Posted where?
On Headwaters
Facebook
group, I think.
Okay.
Headwaters group. I did see it. We are a fifth wheel family. So it looks nice. I'll agree with that. It looks nice. But yeah, we've got that's the value of trailers now. Because of after COVID and the sales market is down. During COVID, you could sell your Christ 2013 for probably 40 grand. But now because COVID and not a lot of people are now buying after COVID, they bought during COVID or before, they got to jack the prices up. So for a trailer that was worth, let's say 40 to 50 grand in 2020, 2021, and possibly a little bit of 2022, yeah, it's now 75,000. 75, 60,000. It's stupid. On Keith's trailer site, they have a beauty bunk room and in the 40,000.
Ooh.
That'd be a not bad trailer.
No.
I don't think I've ever been on the Keys website.
Really? That's how Angela won her 2 chairs. You know the chairs that I want, the hammock chairs?
Yeah.
So she won them. It was a giveaway through Keith's trailers.
I don't think I've ever been on them. I've been on Lazy Acres, Maury's, Sincards, Heidi's. Who else? Niagara's. I've been on a crap ton of RV sites. I don't think I've ever been on Keys. Faye West is now watching. Say hi, Faye. But it's been eventful week. They have nice ones, and they are located in Erin, Ontario.
Yes.
Well, I'll have to go on the website and look. For sure. But yeah, we had a pretty decent week. The flies. Is anybody else?
Mosquitoes.
The mosquitoes. Is
in
anybody
Newfoundland,
else?
they call them flies.
No. In Newfoundland,
they call them nippers. Nippers.
Correct.
But you guys also call them flies.
Yep.
And I get really confused because we have flies here, and then we have mosquitoes, or how my nephew says it, mosquitoes. So that's how I say it. Yeah. Nippers, yeah. They have been horrible this weekend.
Oh.
So bad. I have so many mosquito bites on my body. It's not healthy.
I got one in the center of my palm.
Yes.
And I don't know how I got it because I didn't see the guy. But I can't drive without irritating it. I can't type on my keyboard without irritating it.
My worst is always my ankles. When they get your ankles, there's no stopping that, or your toes, because you always have shoes on. So how do you scratch them? But then you don't want to scratch them, but they're itchy.
We kept on. We had a fire. What night was it? Friday night, Saturday night. One of the two. We kept on going and getting boughs, what we call boughs, but branches of cedar and other trees that still were somewhat alive, and would throw them on just to create smoke, because those mosquitoes or nippers can't stand smoke.
No, they don't like smoke. They don't even like fire, really. But they're even bad during the day. We came home this morning from the trailer specifically for this. And they were really bad this morning. I was putting stuff in the Jeep, and there was 5 or 6 mosquitoes just sitting there, hanging out. So
pretty much going, hey, can I get a ride
on
you?
Yeah, no, they were so bad. I think that's because of the heat, and then the rain, and then the heat. So we've gotten a couple hot days, and then 7 cold days.
Now I went over to Karen's trailer this weekend.
Yes.
And figured out her stove.
Yes.
Her stove is a little sneaky. So her stove is black, the knobs are gray, but the markings on the knobs are black, but they're really close to the stove itself. So if you're not really paying attention, you're not going to see the number markings or the flame that's on the oven one. And that was the issue. She didn't have it on flame on the oven because it's an autopilot lighting pilot. But because she didn't have it on that, it wouldn't light. So I thought there was no propane there for a second, stuff like that. And then all of a sudden, bam.
So Karen's oven is now working for her.
Yeah. Grandpa has just showed up.
Grandpa has joined up. Angela has joined. She says, hi, I'm here now. Had to explain the same thing to a customer 5 times. Oh, isn't that lovely? Isn't it lovely to do that? The customer's always right?
No. No.
No.
They think they are.
They really do.
But yeah, I got that fixed. Did we do anything else or anybody else? Lift decks.
You lifted some decks.
Um,
I watched you lift some decks.
that was hilarious because they were like, let's flip it, but somebody get on this side to take some of the weight before we do the full lift. And I'm like, okay, I'll take the weight. And then it's all on me. And the three of them just literally sat there for, 20 seconds? Having conversation as I'm holding the whole weight of the deck up. And like
he was
here.
the tallest out of all of them too, so that made it funnier.
Yeah. But yeah, that was pretty much all we did this weekend.
Oh, we seen John.
We saw Mr. Bentley.
We seen John Bentley. He came up to visit Ontario for. I think he's here for a week.
We saw
That was
Caillou.
exciting. We seen Caillou.
Which is his nickname.
Yes, we call him Caillou. Grandpa, how dare you?
I am just
That was really funny, Paul. It was funny.
Hey, people called you Grandpa today, and well,
if the shoe fits, wear it.
Hey, she's my daughter. She's my daughter.
Yes,
so.
we actually get that a lot, guys. A lot of people think Bradley is my father, not my fiance. So that is quite interesting. It doesn't help that I look super young for my age, and that you got gray in your beard, so that just makes you look older than you are.
I wouldn't say super young, but
well, I think people still think I'm like in my early 20s, and I am not in my early 20s.
We can go with that. Yeah.
That would just make you even creepier.
Yeah.
Creeper.
Yeah, but we know somebody who's 60 dating a 28-year-old, 29-year-old.
Yes. No, she's my age. Yeah, 28, 29. Sorry, I forgot how old I was there.
So
you get to a certain age, guys, and you just stop counting. I almost knocked out his. I can't read the words.
Geriatric.
Oh, okay. There's so many like eyes in there that it's kind of. There we go. I can see a bit better now. Guys, I'm blind.
Completely blind. But yeah, we're just here today to do like talk about whatever. Talk about trailers. If you guys want to do that.
I know Angela said she had some questions for us, but she might have to ask them in between customers because she's working at the same time we are live.
But we will answer any questions that you guys have about camping. If you guys have questions about the company, if you guys have questions about really anything, life itself, like what our opinions are on things, we will answer them.
Mm-hmm.
But
you're so warm.
I am a warm person.
It's really cold in our house right now.
Watch your tone. It is beautiful here. But we are still looking for a new trailer. We didn't find one. The deal it wasn't good enough for us.
Mm-hmm.
So, and it was going to be way too much money on our side to their side. So it just didn't work.
I've just given up, man. I'm in not giving up stage. Oh, wow. What is the... You try to read it because I can't.
There are all my questions. Okay. And writes, what is the best sealant for roofs and around tip outs? I would say look up what they use on your trailer. Because it's a lot of trailers will use either Dynacor or Dometic. But look up what they use on your trailer, because some companies will also what materials they use will only work for a certain sealer.
What do you have, a Salem?
Yeah.
She has a Salem, right?
So I would say, and look up what
guys, I'm just showing him.
it says Salem Seal.
There's a Salem seal, black silicone. If you don't want black, then we may have to do some more research on that.
Scotty says, Cass, check messages. What is the, Ange also writes, what is the one thing you would renovate in your current trailer? Renovate my current trailer. I would probably renovate the center portion. So I'd like to be able to take out the kitchen type area because we have no counter space in our trailer.
No.
None. And you know, Scotty, you know, we have no counter space. And we have one couch and one table, and the table is too big for the trailer, and the couch is too small for the trailer.
My thing would be, well, we have to fix our floor, so I would have to renovate our floor. The other thing I would renovate is the table. The booth thingy, I don't like the booth. I would definitely get rid of that as
Would
well.
you ever consider changing the cabinet color? Backsplash, why or why not? 100% I would change it.
If it was up to me, I would paint all of our cabinets just to brighten it up, like a cream.
Yeah, they're dark now.
A whiter cream color. But for us to do that, we would have to change the flooring, I think, to make it all kind of come together. But I wouldn't mind painting. What was part of the other part of that? The black backsplashes.
Yep, I would do that too.
And I think really the backsplashes could basically be like stick-on things.
Yeah, we only have one spot, so.
Yeah, but that's like, it's really easy to do as well, so.
Tips for cleaning roof and awnings. Tips for cleaning them: sweep them off and use a normal garden hose. Don't use a pressure washer because a pressure washer will rip through your, if it's a rubber roof, it will rip through it and create pinhole holes in it. And also don't go like around your skylights or anything like that, because it will also rip the sealant away from them.
I also have a question for Bradley.
Yeah.
We have
used pressure washer on. Yeah.
Yes. So you could do it. We would highly suggest you don't.
I learned after.
Yeah,
no.
Nothing is fine. Yeah, there is a black one, and I just searched up Salem for Salem, and that's what it actually popped up. So it might be easy to find. Like he said, it just depends on your type of trailer and what they normally use. Scott also texted me to tell me that my name was spelled Cassie.
Yes.
And he goes, "Your name is spelled wrong." And I said, "No, that is how Bradley spells my name."
Yes.
He goes, "Why is it not a Y?" Because that's how he spells it. It's a good thing it's not my legal name.
Because it would be Case E if it's a Y.
No, that'd be C.
I-E.
That'd be Casey. Would be Casey. Cass still spells Cass, not Case.
It can also sound like an IE.
No, spelt wrong.
not in my eyes. But yeah, sealant. Always look at what your manufacturer put on it, because the manufacturer. Sometimes I know. I can't remember what company it is. Crap. But there is a company out there that will list. They use a certain material for their skylights and their max air fans, that the seal, if you put on anything else besides their specific sealant, it will not seal properly because they have like a chemical put on it. So stuff like that.
Listen, I've destroyed the tip out as it is, so I will not be pressure washing anything.
No, I learned after that, don't like use a normal garden hose,
on your
but
roof.
on your roof, but like
And a
with a
mop.
little bit of pressure and a mop. You
Yeah.
can use a mop. Don't use a pressure washer because it can tear it for one,
Mhm.
or it can create pinholes where you don't even know it's happening, but you're leaking.
Now, the rest of your trailer, you can go ahead and use a pressure washer for it.
Correct.
Just obviously stand a decent distance away. Don't stand too close to it because you obviously don't want to hurt the trailer at all. Just be mindful of the pressure that's coming from the hose. Also, I want to say, has anybody ever actually renovated their trailer? Like, that's a good question to ask other people. Would you want to? Would anybody else want to? I should say there are certain things about the trailer that I would love to renovate, but I know with that comes the problems of like resale, right?
I would like to rip our trailer completely apart and rebuild it.
Mm-hmm.
But to resell it, because we know we want a bigger and
that's
better
where the
trailer,
issue is.
we know that we can't get the money if we do it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's you're damned if you do, damned if you don't.
Yeah.
Type deal.
I agree.
And like if we were staying in this trailer for the next 25 years,
then sure.
Let's go ahead. Let's do it. Let's rip it apart and build what we want.
Mm-hmm.
But we're not staying in this trailer for 20, 25 years. We're lucky if we're getting 5 years out of it. So
another thing now that I'm thinking about it,
something
else that would be fun to do would be like trying to I can't speak today. Renovate the back room into more of like an office type. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Over what it is.
We will be. Anne says, I also want to paint the cupboards purple, but Josh said no. So I got to get divorce papers first.
I wouldn't, honestly, I wouldn't paint the cupboards purple.
Nor would I.
I would decorate with purple if you want to add purple into it all, but I would definitely not paint the cupboards purple.
I would use purple splashes, but not purple altogether because, that's just going to make that trailer. Your trailer is not the biggest anyway. Like it already feels a little closed in. I think
stay with neutral tones.
I think you go purple and you're going to make that thing look like it's a hallway.
That's why I'm saying, like, if you use a lot of decor and have that all purple, it will add the purple into the trailer. You also got to remember, like, you got to think about, like, resale value. If you're ever going to sell the trailer, then you're not going to want it was purple or cow print. So, oh, man. Yeah, if you ever want to resell the trailer, you got to remember, like, you probably have to either paint that back to normal or, like, there's going to be a lot of people who are going to turn away from it because of the color. And only in the bathroom. It's not so bad, but I don't know. I wouldn't do it.
I wouldn't. I wouldn't because let's say in 10 years, you guys want to get a newer trailer. I'm not saying you guys are, but let's say in 10 years, you're going to get a newer trailer.
Mm-hmm.
That company's going to turn around and look at you and go, you're effed if you think you're going to get $25,000 out of it.
Yeah, and that's the thing.
Where if you leave it, you can get $25,000.
Yeah. It's not like a house where, like, you can just repaint something. It's not a big deal at all. Like, it's a trailer where it's a little bit harder to actually repaint without messing up something else.
Like, I think we're hoping our next trailer is almost our forever trailer.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of deal.
Mm-hmm. Obviously not, because trailers only last so long.
Well, it will be our forever trailer for the next
little bit.
10 to 15, 20 years.
Well, yeah, like on average, a trailer is going to last you anywhere between 10 and 20 years. So that's where we consider it a forever trailer, but obviously it's not going to be forever and ever. Amen.
And also says, a friendship over.
Yeah, she can get over it. I'm not going anywhere.
She's
stuck with me for life.
So last week it was ride or die to the end. This week is friendship over. Like, wow.
She ain't going anywhere.
Yeah. I feel the knives already coming.
She ain't going anywhere. She
No,
only gonna stab you.
I think if for people that are not, I wouldn't say our age, but I would say like my age and above.
hmm
The next trailer you get, I would say look at it for being like that forever trailer.
Yeah.
Like, don't go out and pick like, oh, first trailer you walk in, love it, done. No, go through and walk through, um, go through and like, if you've got to go through 50 trailers, so be it.
hmm
If you've got to go through 100 trailers, we watch a YouTube couple that they went through 125 trailers in 3 years before they settled on their forever trailer. That forever trailer lasted them what, 10 years?
hmm
And they've now partnered up with a company and built their own, but it lasted 10 years. But
Yeah.
that was their forever trailer. So I would say don't settle until you find your perfect trailer.
Angela says we're not supposed to take Joshua's side. Hello, Joshua on Instagram. I see you.
We're taking your side, buddy. We're taking your side on this one.
I mean, I've discovered the spot for my cat skin already in the trailers. Oh man.
I don't even want to know why. But yeah,
I don't think you should change your trailer, Ange. It's still pretty nice and new. That I think like you could still get a couple of years out of it. Like I'm at that point where I'd love to paint her trailer just to brighten it up, but like I keep trying to avoid doing it because I'm like, is it really smart if we go and get another trailer?
their trailer is what, 2 years old, Mr. Warren, Mrs. Strilick. Can you answer
they're
this question?
about
2 years old?
No, he's gonna be 4. It's 4. 3 years old?
3.
I think it's 3 years. Other than what I broke. Yeah, that's the issue, Ange. You broke
Some things.
something.
But those things are easy to fix.
Yes, they are.
They are like none of it is not fixable.
hmm
They're all very fixable things.
She said 3 years.
Yeah, so right now I wouldn't
I wouldn't touch it, like I said.
wouldn't do big things to
no.
your trailer.
Decor wise, yes. You could even use
Purple knobs.
no, well, yeah, you could use purple knobs. What I was gonna say was not permanent vinyl, but like the vinyl that you can take on and off. That could be an option too, because that's something that's easily removable instead of actually painting. Not with a rubber hammer, it ain't.
I don't want to know what you're hitting with a rubber hammer. I really don't. But we've had some trailers in the park that have been renovated.
I've seen some even on like YouTube and stuff too.
Yeah. There is a girl on YouTube that takes brand new trailers from companies.
Yes.
She only works with Keystone, I think, right now.
Well, I got a Keystone Laredo.
Yeah. But she custom builds it. Like she'll get what the actual thing is, and then custom build it.
Mm-hmm.
The tip out frame thing.
Oh, okay. So this is why Angela sends me pictures, is so we can answer, and you can see what she has done.
Okay. So we will be looking at a picture here in a second.
Yes.
I will be. Sorry for all the viewers.
So I'm not sure how this happened. Maybe she can tell us. How did this happen? So she went and nicked it. If you can tell. I don't know if you can see it. How did that happen, Angela?
Like right there?
Yeah. How did you make that happen in your tip out?
Left her cupboard open. I bet you $20.
Ah.
Left her cupboard open and it nicked it.
Possibly. And you tried to close it up.
Yep. So it's not a huge deal. That's only a piece of trim.
Yeah, but once you notice it, and you gotta fix it. Some whiteout today.
It's
I was opening the tip out, and the
Yep.
handle from the drawer got stuck on it.
Yeah, it's just a piece of trim. So it's not a big deal. It's nothing that's
Yeah.
gonna that won't break your weather seal or anything like that. It's a piece of trim. You can go to probably Home Hardware, Home Depot, Rona, find a piece to match it, take it off, replace it. Bob's your uncle.
You know how, and like honestly, when he says it's not a big deal, it really isn't. You know how many trailers we have walked in, and they've been almost like brand
Brand
new
spanking
trailers,
new.
2023s, 2024 trailers, and there's different little things wrong with them where like a trim will be off, or there will be a scratch or a dent. Like it's so normal for trailers to have little things like that.
We walked into one, and that's been in this year.
Mm-hmm.
That the wall in the bathroom
Mm-hmm.
was bubbled out. So, like, either it's not matching.
Mm-hmm.
I can possibly go fix it for you, Ange. So says Tammy. But it was bubbled out. So it was either the wood's not matching and it's too big,
Mm-hmm.
overlapping each other, so it's pushed itself out, or something in the background is not sitting right and pushing it out, or there's water damage. So, like, that's a brand new trailer.
Mm-hmm.
We saw another one. The thermometer was off the wall.
Yes, I could
Yeah.
I could go and watch you. I could go visit Ange and watch you fix it. We could get arranged to that, yeah. But yeah, like it's super normal for trailers to have issues like that. It's just you guys got to remember when you're buying a trailer, none of those trailers are worth what they cost. Not at all. Like they are not worth even, I would say, 70% of what you pay is just like,
So
I don't even know what I'm trying to say.
I watched a video the other day, and they pretty much said that if you're buying a brand new trailer this year, that trailer is anywhere between, like, I'm only talking about the fifth wheel market because that's where that's our bread and butter. We like fifth wheels. But if you're buying a fifth wheel today, it's anywhere between $30,000 and $50,000, depending on the what's in it, the luxuries, everything, what model, everything like that. It's $30,000 to $50,000,
Mm-hmm.
and they're selling them. We've seen 215 on some. We've seen 180, 170. Like, there is no fifth wheel out there right now that's under 140 without sales price.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, there are some out there. I shouldn't have said there's none out there. There are some out there, but they're really low end.
Like, remember that when the manufacturer built it, and then they have to sell it to a dealership, they have to make a profit off of that after all materials have been bought and paid for, because they now have to pay all of the people and the labor they put in. And then on top of that, the dealership has to sell that to a customer like yourself, and they get a percentage of that profit as well. So you're getting whammed twice. Instead of, like, if we were able to go through the manufacturer, things would be a little bit cheaper because we're not paying, say, the middleman, right?
No, and like if you go on websites right now, you can see like last year's models.
Mhm.
Like, we know one that it came in at 192, I do believe.
Mhm.
And right now, because they're trying as hard as they humanly possibly can to get it off their website, they've got it down to 112.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you have now knocked off what is it, close to $70,000
Oh, probably.
just to
Get it off them.
get it off. But you won't come down any further because You don't want to lose.
You're eventually going to come down. And that's the thing. Like, honestly, guys, I would highly suggest that people buy a trailer. So if you're going into 2025, buy a 2023 trailer because you're going to get a decent deal on it. It's still brand new if it's just been sitting on the lot and nobody has bought it. It's going to do the exact same thing you could do. The only difference is it may not last that extra year or two.
The only thing is you have less, the newer or the older it is new, let's say 2023, you have less wiggle room.
Yeah.
So, and just so everybody knows, the 2025s have already started coming out.
Mm-hmm. And they will continue to come out through the summer.
Yeah. They come out, they always start coming out June of the year prior. So 2025 will come out June of 2024. So they're already, 2023s are already 2 years old.
Yeah. So you always got to remember that. But if you're looking for something that's going to be your forever trailer and you're not thinking about in the next 5 years, you're going to trade this in and get a new trailer. If that's not in your plan at all, go for a 2023 because you're still going to get the same thing you would get with a 2024 or 2025. You just don't have to pay that huge price tag.
Exactly. We got asked today what our dream is. Our dream is down the road to own our own dealership, to own our own park, to have our mother-in-law in a brand new trailer, our brothers and sisters in new trailers around us. That is our dream. We want family around us, like not too close. Back up. But we want them around us. We want family and everything around us. But are we saying that we're going to buy them 2025s if we got rich tomorrow? Probably not.
No.
We'll probably get them a 2023, a 2024, because I'm not willing to go spend $189,000 on a brand new one today.
Yeah.
When I can get that exact same trailer, because in the last couple of years, trailers haven't really changed a shit ton.
To be completely honest with you, a lot of manufacturers have slacked on the way these trailers are being made. And that has to do with COVID, and the prices of trailers went up because so many people were buying trailers that they couldn't keep up with making the trailers. Well, they had to rush all those projects, and if anybody knows anything, good things take time. So when you have to rush the projects, things are getting missed. Things aren't getting put together the way they should. Like, we had friends of ours who just purchased a trailer. It's a 2024?
Yep.
So 2024 trailer, and he sits inside his trailer and looks at everything that is wrong with it because there's little things that are just the littlest cracks, the littlest tiny things that, yes, shouldn't really matter, but when you're paying the money you pay for these trailers nowadays, you're going, I can't look past that because that bothers me. Because if I was to do a job like that, because he works in the industry of construction, if he was to do a job like that, he wouldn't get paid the way he does if he left something like that. So why are we paying, say, $150,000 for a trailer that's not put together correctly or perfectly?
I know a trailer company, and I won't release their name, but I know a trailer company that last year, which was 2023, they laid off majority of their workers. And I say a majority of them. I think they had 3 plants, and they went down to 1 plant because they had so many built through COVID and couldn't get at the end of COVID. And at the end of it, they couldn't get them off, sell them to dealers, that they had so many on their lot that they could not build one more trailer.
Yeah.
So they had to wait to get those off their lot. So.
Yeah. And that's crazy to think because everybody was laid off during COVID. And they were probably hiring people to make trailers like crazy because they needed them. And now that everybody else has gone back to work, they all got laid off because they didn't have any room for them. They couldn't do anything. They had no jobs for them.
I do believe in the next little bit we're gonna make a trip to the United States, though.
Hmm.
I think we're gonna go to Elkhart, Indiana, maybe this summer, maybe this fall,
Probably
next summer.
year.
Don't know.
We're kind of booked up for the summer.
Yeah, we're not that booked up. But Elkhart, Indiana, it's only I think 10 hours away.
You win the lottery?
I can hopefully win the lottery tonight.
We did not win it last night.
Yeah, we definitely didn't win it last night. But like if Elkhart, Indiana is where every manufacturer is.
Hmm. Well,
And,
no, there's one. I think there's one or two that are not in there.
yeah, they're on the outskirts of Elkhart,
Oh,
Indiana.
I thought there was one in a different.
East and West is
state.
just outside. It's like half an hour away from Elkhart.
Hmm.
And I want to say it's Airstream is like an hour or something away. But Airstream was just bought by somebody. I want to say Thor Industries.
Probably.
And Thor Industries will move them. We all know that. But I want to go to Elkhart because, like I said earlier, manufacturers have not really upgraded trailers
No.
in years.
Hmm.
Like they're still. This is how behind technology they are. Up until I think it was 2 years ago, maybe 3 at the most. They were still putting DVD players in trailers. Today, they're only putting Blu-ray players. They're still on Blu-ray. They don't have they're now starting to put smart TVs in trailers, so you can stream. But like they up until and today they're still doing it.
Hmm.
Blu-ray players. Like name me one person that's watching a Blu-ray right
Honestly, I never got into Blu-ray. Like I didn't come out in the year of discs, or CDs, but I came out in the year of VHSs. We still had VHSs when I was born, but like we were into CDs, DVDs, things like that. That was like my normal childhood.
now.
But like Blu-ray, none of us had Blu-ray players. So like to think that like, and I'm only 29, guys. So to think it hasn't even been 30 years and they're only bringing in the Blu-rays in the last 15 years. Like our trailer is what? 10 years old? And we have, what do we have?
DVD player.
DVD player. We don't even have a Blu-ray. And that's only 10 years old. And we all know that we've all been watching Netflix for the last 10 years.
I can tell you now, no trailer company out there right now has no trailer company out there has like a smart like system in it.
Mm-hmm.
Like Apple
CarPlay, things like that, yeah.
or anything like that, or Alexa or anything of that nature.
Don't say that too loud.
Yeah, I know, that's why I lowered my voice. They don't have it. Like they don't have it at all.
Mm-hmm.
Like up in 2024s are still coming out with AFM, FM radios.
In my opinion, when it comes to dealerships and manufacturers charging us $150,000 for a trailer, and we can't even get a smart system in there, that's kind of ridiculous at this point. Like we're in 2024. Why are we still dealing with radio, DVDs, Blu-rays? Why is not everything so like technology smart?
Exactly.
Like our houses can do that now. Even houses that have been built for the last 20 years can be re-hooked up to be smart houses, basically.
But here's the thing, and here's why they won't freaking upgrade. And nothing against my mother-in-law, but she is 10 years older than me.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit more than 10 years. Forest River, or no, Keystone. Keystone was putting the in-command system, so it was a little like iPad in their trailers instead of the control panels. And you could connect via Wi-Fi
Mhm.
and open your tip outs, turn your AC on, turn your heat on, everything via your phone, your iPad, didn't matter. You could do it. But Keystone was getting so many calls because older people did not know how to use them. They didn't know how to open their tip outs because they didn't know how to get into the app and stuff like that. And there was no control panel there was a control panel, but they didn't know how to open it because it was like a smartphone that they took it completely out,
Yeah,
got rid of it
because that's their
because their bread and butter is people older than us.
yeah.
We like younger people that are in trailers. They go, okay, that is future money
Yeah.
that I'm gonna make.
Yeah.
But the older people's what's buying up trailers, and because the older people are not smart with technology.
And I get that. Like I understand like they have to go through their market, and really right now, 20-year-olds, 30-year-olds aren't really their market because we're still trying to figure out life.
Yeah.
We can't afford a $150,000 trailer because people are still paying off student loans, right?
Exactly.
So I can understand that, but like in the next 5 to 10 years, I really hope to see them come back out with the smart devices because they're really not that hard. And I'm sorry to say, but people even my mother's age and my father's age are now using iPhones. So there is no reason that they can't use an iPhone, or they can use an iPhone, but they can't use the smart device. The only thing I would say though is how easy are they making those device like the in command system? How easy is it to actually access all the time? Because like you can also run into the issue of like boondocking. How are you going to get through that? There should be, no matter what, there's still got to be like some type of panel on a wall somewhere in the case that you have no signal, so you can't use your phone app.
There is a car company out there now that you don't get an actual key.
You use your app.
It goes in your wallet on your smartphone, and that's the key for your car. If this is not with the car, car doesn't start up.
Yeah.
But you can share your key with anybody. So, like, if they're putting that in cars,
why can't you do
why
that
can't
with
they do it
trailers?
in trailers?
Yeah. And that's the thing. It's like I understand where they're coming from, where like their market isn't there yet, but at the same time, your market is going there. So you got to figure out, like, you have to figure out, like I said, put a command system on the wall that's easy to access in the case that you can't use your phone, because we all know technology can fail at any point in time. So you need a backup plan, right? So I think you kind of have to add both.
Our neighbors have the in command. One has the in command system, and one has a brand new trailer which it was just taken out of.
Yeah.
I love the neighbors that have the in command system because they can be in their house in Shelburne and be like, "Hey, go into the trailer. Let's turn the outside lights on, turn the AC on because it's hot today, and let's get the hot water warm.
Yeah.
So I can get a shower while I'm there."
Yeah.
So like that technology, I think, as long as your phone is connected to Bluetooth, you can be like Ford. Ford has the I can't remember the name of the system, but when I worked for Ford, Barry has both. So when I worked for Ford, they came out with a system that you could be in Dallas, Texas, or Hong Kong, China, and you're flying home to, let's say, Toronto. You could unlock your car. You could start it up from wherever you were, as long as you had Wi-Fi. Why aren't companies going to that technology?
Yeah.
Why do we still have Blu-ray players? Why do we still have AFM?
Yeah.
AM, FM radios.
Yeah.
Why isn't there Sirius satellite radio? Like, to me,
I think it all actually, a lot of it comes down to, if you think about it, their market are people in their 40s, 50s, 60s. Okay.
Yep.
So their selling market, that's where they have to sell their trailers to, is this age group. But you also got to remember a lot of the upper parts of these manufacturers, all of the higher ups, the people who design these things,
Or older.
are also in that age group where they're not thinking of the things we're thinking of, because they don't have that experience, and none of them will listen to the kids who do have that experience because they're kids.
Like, what concerns me is if they're not going to get up to the technology. Barry is a huge golfer. I don't mind golfing. I don't mind it at all.
Not so good.
Not so good at it, but I don't mind golfing. Barry's a huge golfer. There are golf courses out there now that have golf carts.
Yeah, I seen one of those.
Golf carts.
I seen that the other day.
That have a GPS in them.
Oh no, not that.
That can tell you how far you're from the next pin. Like,
no, that's like the golf bags. Remember the other day we had seen one of the golf bags that, yeah, that's pretty cool. So like even like little things like golf has gone that far. Yeah.
Caught up to technology. Why can't trailer companies?
Trailer companies are like 10 years behind the rest of the world.
Oh, completely.
And like I understand like there is certain things that they have to think of, and they probably keep thinking, oh well, a lot of these people are going places where there's no Wi-Fi. But a lot of people and their families are getting and spending the extra money on Wi-Fi to keep their kids entertained, because that's the only way you can keep your kids entertained nowadays.
Show me a park that doesn't have cell phone reception or Wi-Fi in it. Show me.
Ours
has cell phone reception.
Well, yeah, it has cell phone reception, but
so,
it's not
like,
the same though.
You can't tell me that they can't do this. You can't tell me. If everybody else is doing it, like, don't say, oh, we can't do it because it's not smart enough. Don't.
Anne says in the next 5 to 10 years, she thinks they will have the newer technology. I think so too. The only thing is, in 5 to 10 years, will they have the technology we have now? Or are they going to kind of skip a step and go to the technology we have in 5 to 10 years? Because things have changed even in the last 5 to 10 years. Like AI has taken over, right? So are they just going to skip the whole step of where we are, like where we were, and go straight to AI? Or how is that going to work?
Like, we've got some older people in the audience right now. Tell me when CDs, like DVDs, actually started to become huge. I want to say it was the late 90s. Like 96, 97, 98.
Come out. So, DVDs roughly started in about 96, 97.
No, 96. So that is what now? 96, 2006, 10 years.
28 years.
28 years. So we are 28 years behind.
CDs came out in 82.
Like 28 years behind, people.
Blu-ray came out in 2006. And they just started adding those. So
20 years.
Yeah.
Ange writes, I don't know. But if a robot can deliver my sushi, they should be able to go open my trailer too. And there's where my big issue is we're paying $150,000, $100,000, $75,000, depending on what model trailer you get, everything like that. We're paying pretty much a house mortgage
at one point
for a trailer, and we're getting 30-year-old technology in it. Come on.
Well, and that's like, remember the day I showed you the video of like the girl got into an Uber and there was no actual driver because they were doing like a self-driving car situation? And like, just imagine, like, we're already there, but yet we're still using Blu-ray discs in a trailer.
And I think that's weird. And I'm not saying it's me. But I think somebody or a bunch of people
Hmm.
need to go down to Elkhart, Indiana, like I said, where all the dealerships are, and knock on some doors and be like, okay, you mother.
And like I know that there is like trailer companies out there that have like forums and things like that for customers to talk and stuff. But I think they really, really, really need to listen to the customers because the customers know what they're talking about and they really need to start looking into how they can fix everything and make things so that when we're spending $150,000 on a trailer, it's actually worth our money, not just,
Completely agree.
oh, we needed a new trailer. Because people are going to stop doing it. Like, things keep going up in price. People can't afford to do this anymore.
Like, if Apple, let's say Apple, and we'll use Apple for an example.
Mhm.
If trailer companies could partner up with Apple, like
Or even like Android, Microsoft, doesn't
unlimited
matter. Like one of those big technology
companies partner
companies.
up with one of them.
Yep.
Because like I'm saying Apple because we're Apple people.
Yeah.
Well, let's just say partner up with Apple.
Hmm.
All the TVs could be, you could have all your streaming services on it. YouTube, um, Crave,
Hmm.
Disney, whatever, Netflix. You could have all that on it, plus unlimited.
I personally think they need to start adding AI into their trailers. Say like Alexa or the Google thingies. Like you need
Yeah,
something like that, Siri, like whatever it is. I'm sorry, I went lower there because I don't want any of them to go off. Um, but yeah, like I think that's something that they should really look into in the next like 10 years of
like
building trailers.
if you look at it right now, the NFL just signed a deal with YouTube
Hmm.
that they're coming off the big networks like ABC, NBC, stuff like that. They're going on the Netflix and Apple,
Yeah,
or Netflix and YouTube, because they know that's where people are now.
that's where they are. So why
And
not go there?
like, if the NFL has literally went, oh well, shit, we need to get away from ABC and NBC, Fox, all them, because the people aren't there.
Hmm.
If they're smart enough to do that, I think people at a trailer company are smart enough, that are engineers should be smart enough to go,
Well, you would think.
hey, maybe if I put this in,
Mhm.
we'll sell.
Honestly, I think in a way they've gotten very lazy when it comes to designing their trailers because like we've gotten the same floor plans for what the last 50 years. They haven't really gone out and about and did a whole bunch of different floor plans. I know there's not much you can do in a rectangle, but like they they need to start making a lot more trailers like for example with extra bedrooms because
Mm.
most people aren't just by themselves anymore. Most people are looking for that extra bedroom for kids, for another adult, doesn't matter. So I think overall the tech like not even just the technology but floor plans like I think the trailer companies need to start just stop being so lazy and start actually paying attention to what's going on in the world.
Mm-hmm. I can't disagree with you, but I also think, like, how many people use their kitchen table to eat
Mhm.
when they're at the trailer?
Mhm.
I know a few, but when I
I
say
use mine for my office.
yeah, but when I say few, I mean, like, let's say out of 10, there's probably two.
Yeah, most people eat outside on their barbecue or whatever, their smoker.
So like, make two trailers that have a table in it, or it can be optioned with a table in it. Make the other seating areas, because I find now, if it's raining, prime example, our trailer, if it's raining and we don't want to be outside under the canopy or something of that nature, we we pretty much have to go to bed.
Mhm.
We cannot host
In our trailer.
in our trailer.
No.
And a lot of trailers are like that. Our mother-in-law's, if it starts raining,
She can somewhat host, but it's still not a like you got to be intimate.
yep.
Basically. And that's the whole thing. Like when it's raining outside, you're either stuck outside or you go to bed because there's no place to be.
But like Ben and Jen's trailer,
Because they have the living room, you
they
have
have
a place to host.
they have a full-size living room,
hmm
but they also spent a lot of money.
Yeah.
So
Very
like
much so.
you either spend a shit ton of money and get what you want,
Mhm.
or you have to be stuck with these 4 blueprints. Which that's where I think trailer companies need to start changing.
And I think next week on our list, we're going to talk about actual parks. Because Angela has, remember how last week we were talking about some of the outrageous rules parks have had?
Okay.
She has sent me some good information about some parks with some crazy rules that don't make sense at all. So if you guys want to hear more about that, or if you guys have heard of parks that have like crazy outrageous rules, that will be next week's live.
It
So we can
says,
talk. You
yeah.
can host in your trailer. It's tight. I
But
can't.
we,
can't
Ange goes, you can host in your trailer, but it's tight. We fit. Yeah,
yeah, intimately.
very close.
Yeah, very close.
And 2 people have to be standing.
Somebody's got to be sitting on the stair.
Somebody has to be sitting on the stairs.
Yeah.
1 person has to be standing and 2 people on the couch.
Yeah, it's not very doable. Like you can do it, but I'd prefer not to do it, kind of thing.
So next week, guys, we're gonna talk about parks, everything like that. We're gonna keep it pretty much the same as this week. You guys can ask whatever questions you want anytime.
Questions are always welcomed, and if we don't have the answer, we will get the answer. If you want to ask your questions before to make sure we do have the answers, that always works too, because then we can do our research.
But we're gonna talk. We'll do research on parks, everything like that, because a lot of people think our park, the one we're in, is horrible.
Yeah.
Because of
little things.
Little things.
Yeah. But we'll touch on that next week.
Yeah, we'll touch on that next week because I can tell you now, we're not that bad.
No, we aren't. But this is us piecing out because it's bedtime for me, not for you.
Yeah.
So I hope you guys all have a wonderful week, and we will see you guys next Wednesday. Bye.
Bye, Newfoundland and Labrador.